Hello, welcome, glad you're here. Today I am going to be talking a little bit about the new journaling app that you may have seen pop up on your iPhone the last time that you recently updated it. I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of my thoughts after using the app to help you make a decision on if you want to check it out and try some digital journaling yourself or not. So if you have recently updated your phone to iOS 17.2, you are automatically going to see this app appear on your phone and be able to decide if you want to use it or not. My first general thoughts in terms of like pros for why you might want to use it overall, it is a very simple and easy to use app. You are going to be able to open it up and intuitively be able to very quickly figure out how to use it without taking a lot of time to figure it out. So that's really nice. Obviously, it's nice that it's a free app. It's going to show up for you automatically. You don't have to pay for it. There's nothing to pay for, actually, no extra bells and whistles that you can add on to this at this point in time, at least. The other nice thing is if you don't already have an established journaling habit, it does have a feature to be able to remind you each day or whatever time and whichever days of the week that you want to journal. It'll allow you to set an alarm to remind you of that. So that's nice too.
Okay, let's take a little closer look at the app. So here's the little icon for it. We'll press on that and you'll see a little welcome here. Tells you a little bit about it, and you'll just hit continue for the first time you go in. And this is the first thing you'll see, and you'll just hit start journaling, and you can choose at this point whether or not you would like some journaling suggestions to be turned on for you. So in this case, let's just go ahead and say turn on journaling suggestions. And I don't really want the notification, so I'm going to hit don't allow for that. So you can see that it'll bring up some different suggestions for you and some journaling prompts.
And I actually found that I think they're pretty good suggestions. I really like some of the journal prompts that it gives you. The other thing, like I said, is it does give you pictures that you can also put into your journal entry then. And some of them, it gives you pictures from quite a while back in time. So, I mean, it pulled some from memories from years ago. And I kind of liked that too, because these are some things that I would have liked to have jotted down some thoughts about so that 10, 20 years from now, if I wanted to look back at it, I could remember a little bit more about what happened that day and what I was doing. So I think that's pretty cool, honestly. And in all honesty, this is really, for me, the only reason that I would use a digital journaling app is to record memories and capture some of the memories in a more robust way than just being able to look through pictures. So I really do like that part of it.
So I'll share with you a few more things. When you first come into your app, after you've used it for a while, it's going to show you your most recent things that you have journaled about. So here you can see there was an entry that I did on Wednesday with respect to a Hidden Brain podcast, and I made a little note on that. And then on the same day, I've also did a little post, or not a post, well, yeah, I guess you could call it a journal entry, a post, um, about a discussion I had with my mother. So that's on that day. So when you're ready to make a new entry, you'll just go ahead and hit your plus sign. And then what you're going to see is some various things show up. You can just go straight up here to the top and hit new entry if you like, or it will have some recommendations for you if you've allowed it to do that. So for instance, it'll look at maybe your most recent pictures or places that you've been, to kind of remind you of things that you've done. So these are things that you might want to write about. It'll show you like where I took a walk, and then it will, give you various journal prompts. It even goes back in your history. These are pictures from quite a long time ago, and give you some memories, I guess, that you could make a journal post about, which is kind of nice. I do like this for capturing thoughts about memories for sure, and about, like what's been going on in my day. If you hit this recent instead of the recommended tab over here, it's going to give you like the most recent things that you've done. So in this case, it's showing that I took a walk and where I took a walk. Actually, walks on both days. Well, that's not true. It's showing that I did rowing on Saturday, but actually that's because I mistakenly hit the wrong button on my Garmin watch and it thought I was rowing instead of walking. So anyway, I guess, not sure that you can do anything about that other than delete that. But so yeah, it'll just show you, what you have done over time, that type of thing on the recent tab. So let's take a look at a couple things in the um, settings. So if we go into your settings and we'll scroll down until we see the journaling app. I think I've probably missed it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can see here that there's a couple things that you can allow the app to access if you want. And here's where we had suggestions, so you can actually turn that off if you like. You can lock the journal if you want to. You can also turn on and get notified of a particular time and day that you might want to journal. So if you want a reminder, that would be good. And then
Gives you the opportunity to be able to take pictures while you're creating a journal entry. So I tried that the other day. I have recently been redoing my office here, and so I thought that I would snap a quick photo of um, how things are in process, if you will, and it gives you the option of whether you want to also record that into the photos on your phone or not. So it gives you the opportunity to save a little space if you don't um, put it into those photos, because otherwise it's going to save it in both places, so to speak. So after taking a look at all the pros and the cons with respect to this new app, if you ask me if I am going to use it as a part of my journaling practice, I would say I'm leaning towards not doing that and possibly exploring what other digital options for journaling are available. I really do like the ability to add a little bit more um, notes into some of the memories that I'd like to keep with respect to some of the pictures that I've taken. I think that would be really nice, and that's a great feature of the app. But for me, I do think that I'd like to be able to sort it. So maybe that's an update that they'll have sometime in the future. And if they do that, I think I definitely would be very interested in using the app. Um, but at this point in time, in terms of like digital memory keeping, which is probably what I would use it for, I likely would like to see what else is out there and available with respect to one that might be able to sort for me. I believe I've heard of, I think one of the apps is Day One, so I might check that out. But I'm curious as to if any of you digital journal, if you have any thoughts, after listening and watching here, and if you would like to or be interested in me taking a look and making a video on some of the other digital journaling apps, should I decide to look into those a little further. If you would like another video on those, if this is something you're interested in, please let me know in the comments so that if that's something that you would like, I can go ahead and begin creating a video for that too. Thank you for watching today. If you have found this interesting and would like to see more videos on journaling or anything and all things intentional living, be sure to remember to hit the subscribe button and have a great week.